Oh wow, there's 2 games in here.
Woo!
Little battle. No.
These are teeny tiny.
Now, Lawrence, they're not all yours.
Hi everybody, my name's Jonna and this is Daniel. Thank you for returning to my channel. We are all about board gaming goodness. We do vlogs, we do some reviews, and right now we're doing...
She does most of it.
He doesn't like to take credit for
Anything I didn't do, so.
Anyway, he's helping me review this game. Sorry. Okay, so the story behind us receiving this is that my pal on YouTube, Rob Oren, we were chatting the other day. He had me on his channel. He did a little interview with me, which was super fun. You can check it out on his channel. But he was really kind and encouraging to me as a YouTube creator, and he was saying, you gotta do more content, you gotta do more reviews. And to encourage us, he said, here, have this game. And he actually gave us this game and sent it to us, and now we are here to report back. Lord of the Rings Journeys Through Middle-earth by Fantasy Flight Games is an adventure exploration game. It comes along with an app that narrates the adventure for you. It tells you, it guides you, and it tells you what tokens to put out, what tiles to put out, where to place your enemy when you are to encounter them, and what rewards and punishments you receive along the way. When playing, you can do 2 of a couple actions. You can move, which is 2 spaces when you move. You can you can go and talk to someone if there's a person token. If you go to a place where there's a like little plot token, you can turn that over and see what that does, or you can attack enemy. When you explore into a land that has an exploration token, if you're the first character there, you automatically get it. You turn it over and you will see it's an inspiration token, and you can add that to your character sheet, and these can be used to aid you with successes or be used to maybe negate a wound or for some other ability. These are really important to have. When you play this game, you will have a small deck of about 12 cards to play with. Some of them will be blank and have certain special abilities. So there's lots of those cards. There's lots of cards that have these little leaf symbols. And then these, which are the most important, this is a little star symbol. This is a success card. You need these to be able to succeed at any task or to not receive damage. Anything that you're doing in the game, you need these to be able to do that action. So if you don't flip over a star, success, maybe you'll flip over a leaf. And what you can do is you can play one of your inspiration tokens to turn it into a success. If Legolas decides he's going to attack an enemy, he has a bow and arrow, and that bow and arrow uses agility. So when he attacks, he can use agility, which is this symbol here. He can flip 4 cards, and however many successes he gets when he flips 4 cards is how much damage he can do. Also, when your character is being attacked, often they will be tested for might, or sometimes spirit. If Legolas is attacked and he has to negate his wounds with might, then he can flip over up to 2 cards, and however many successes he gets when he flips, that's how many wounds or fear he can negate. To win this game, you continue to go through the story and you receive lore and more inspiration, and these help your character build. You get more abilities, you get better cards, and you eventually get to the end of the story. A round is over for a character when they exceed the limit of damage that they can receive, or or go over the amount of fear that they're allowed to receive. Once you exceed that limit, your character is basically put on hold, dead for that mission, but they can pick up and join the group when they move on to a new segment of the adventure.
So, I'm a big Tolkien fan. I love reading books ever since I was in my youth. I love the struggle between the draw of power and greed and the draw of family and loyalty to friends and family. I fall in love with Middle-earth and the lore that Tolkien delivers in his books. And when I see a game that has Middle-earth on it, I hope that some of what's in these books is also in the game. And I hope that the game is not just, a money grab.
Yeah, my expectation was a little bit less loaded, but I expected it to be just a lot of battling because it has minis, it has maps, and I just figured it'd be a lot of fighting. And I hope that I would enjoy the story. I did hope that there would be that Lord of the Rings lore, character building. I did hope for that, but I figured it would be a lot of fighting. What did you think?
There's fighting. It doesn't feel strategic. It feels obvious. Like your choices are obvious. Your skill deck, the successes and failure, I did not like that at all. I know other people have said they really liked it. But it's too obvious. If you've had 3 successes, you know you have 1 left in your deck. So you might as well not even do anything because you're not going to succeed.
Yeah, I found that super disappointing. Like there were just a goal for each chapter, but then there were these little stones to unturn or little stories to kind of unfurl. Most of the time, 50% of the time, it was nothing good happened or something bad happened. And it was kind of takes the wind out of your sails after when you're like, oh, I guess we're not really supposed to explore.
And I would say that even very few times do you feel that it's worth it. Even the times that it's good.
You just feel like you wasted your time and your
maybe
resources.
1 out of 10 times you feel like it was worth it.
Yeah. So we did keep playing it, and we got to a point where we're like, okay, it's starting to feel a little bit fun, because we did eventually get to upgrade things, and then we're like, okay, that was kind of fun. But ultimately, if we hadn't wanted to do a board game review, we would have stopped playing it a lot sooner because we weren't having fun.
It did not feel like an adventure exploration game. I felt like a game that was a race against the clock, because every chapter, I could be wrong, but you have a threat level and it goes up every round.
Yeah, every action phase.
And sometimes you're able to lower the threat level, but it's not obvious if you can. It's very random when that happens, but most of the time you can't. And so basically you're just counting how many turns you have left and trying to calculate, I guess we just got to go right for the goal because in 3 rounds we're going to lose.
All right. And if your character, all the characters have different strengths and weaknesses, and if you try to weigh that out based off of the skill cards that you have prepared, that's even a crapshoot, because the tests for getting wounded or for succeeding a test, they're random. They feel totally random.
Which skill you're going to use.
Right. I remember playing my one character, I'm like, I know they usually have you check for might when you get wounded. So I started trying to have cards prepared that would boost me if I had a might test. And then from then on, I didn't have any might test when I was wounded. I was like,
and it wasn't like
how
it was
am I supposed
agility.
to play this game?
So the game play was disappointing. The quality of the app was good, except that there's no back button on the app. If you accidentally double click through something and you don't see where the orcs went, too bad. You're out of luck.
There is a log, but it's not
detailed enough.
It's not detailed enough. It's just it's like they didn't think humans were going to be playing this game. We made mistakes more than once where we accidentally clicked the button and we hadn't read it through, or we didn't put in the correct hit points that we should have. It's just we just need to fix it.
You also can't skip through chapters. So We talked about getting a friend over and playing
Yeah.
this with 3 players or 4 players because we only played this at 2 players. But honestly, I was like, if I have to play through the first 4 chapters again, I'd just rather not.
Yeah, because we did play through them twice already, and we were like,
Yeah.
we were really disappointed when we played them the second time. How
similar it was.
How similar it was. It didn't feel different at all.
I even went through it without playing, just went through the app to see, well, maybe it's just something different. And nope, again, they go in a slightly different order, slightly different side quest.
Yeah.
But if you had to go into a cave for the first mission, you have to go in that same cave tile for the second mission. I mean,
So,
second time through.
Let's talk about the components, because for me, sometimes components can kind of like game back for me. I was so annoyed with these cards. They're the tiniest cards. They are
the little Hobbit cards.
Blood Rage size cards.
Yeah.
Really tiny text. And the problem with this is you have the same small little deck and you shuffle it all the time. You're shuffling it, you're handling it all the time. It's like...
I mean, the minis are okay. They're not great. They're okay. The app was like... nice.
Okay.
It was okay. It was not did
Had
not blow me
some
away.
issues, yeah.
But it wasn't smart AI. Like the orcs don't do anything special. Like it's not like the background programming was that great. Anything.
Yeah. We were just disappointed.
I can't recommend this game to anyone. I can't recommend this game to someone who really likes Tolkien and
I don't know
Middle-earth
who would
because
really like it.
because the game does not not feel like Middle-earth. You have Aragorn and Bilbo going around doing things that have nothing to do with the story. Like
It does. It's hard to recommend something that feels like not that it no one really took a lot of thought into it, and they were just hoping Lord of the Rings fans would buy it.
It wasn't the absence of lore that made me dislike the game. It was the unimaginative and frustrating mechanics.
Yeah.
Not the mechanics, the mechanisms.
The mechanisms.
The unimaginative and frustrating mechanisms.
And you were referring to the cards in the app?
The way the app is implemented is okay, and the way your successes and failures and the strengths of each character and what how combat plays, all of that just felt very ho-hum.
Yeah.
Ordinary. And not well thought through.
Like, we don't have tons and tons of money to spend on games, so when we do, we really, put a lot of thought into it, and we care about longevity with our games. Like, we want to be able to share it with lots of different people, and we want to play it for years to come. So that's why we are trying to be as honest as possible about this review, because if you're like us, it's really important that you get quality and like a really good game when you spend money. So
Bang for a buck.
yeah.
So that's our review.
Yeah.
If you see it somewhere and you get to play it,
try it.
let us know what you think.
You may disagree. Let us know in the comments if you have a thought of your own about this game. But yeah, we're just like, this is how we felt about it. So Rob, we just want to thank you for encouraging us and for giving this gift to us.
Yeah, we
and
really
I'm
appreciate
just
it.
sorry that we couldn't give it a positive review. We're really thankful for the opportunity to review it though. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.